October 7, 1571. The calm waters of the Gulf of Patras would soon bear witness to one of the most decisive and miraculous naval battles in human history, the Battle of Lepanto. It was a clash of empires, a battle for faith, freedom, and the future of Christendom. By the mid-1500s, the Ottoman Empire was a colossus. Their navy was unmatched in the Mediterranean. Christian Europe trembled as Sultan Selim II prepared to strike again, aiming to expand Ottoman control across the sea. But in Rome, one man refused to bow to fear. Pope Pius V, a Dominican friar turned pontiff, sensed that this was not just a political threat, it was a spiritual war. He called upon the fractured kingdoms of Europe to unite. Against all odds, the Holy League was formed, an alliance of Spanish, Venetian, and Papal forces, led by a 24-year-old prince, Don Juan of Austria. Pope Pius V knew that cannons and ships alone would not be enough. He turned to the cool of heaven. The Pope asked every church and monastery in Europe to pray the Rosary for victory. On the day of the battle, thousands gathered in Rome, kneeling before Our Lady. The air was thick with prayer and hope. As the sun rose over the Gulf of Patras, the two fleets met, over 400 ships and 100,000 men. The Ottoman fleet outnumbered the Holy League, but Don Juan's men carried more than swords. They carried faith. The Christian fleet formed a cross. On the flagship of Don Juan, a crucifix stood tall, flanked by banners of the Blessed Virgin. The battle was brutal. Cannons roared, ships burned, and the sea ran red with blood. But then, something miraculous happened. The winds, which had favored the Ottomans, suddenly shifted, pushing the Holy League forward. The tide turned. Turkish ships were rammed, boarded, and burned. In hours, the unstoppable Ottoman fleet was utterly destroyed. Back in Rome, Pope Pius V was meeting with his cardinals when he suddenly stood up, walked to a window, and looked to the sky. "This is not a moment for business," he said. "Let us give thanks to God. Our fleet has won." No messenger had yet arrived. The Pope knew through divine inspiration. Days later, official confirmation arrived. The Christian fleet had triumphed. The victory at Lepanto saved Western Europe from Ottoman domination. It was the last great galley battle in history and marked the beginning of the end for Ottoman naval dominance. Pope Pius V declared that the victory was not won by ships or swords, but by the power of the Rosary and the intercession of the Blessed Virgin Mary. He established October 7th as the Feast of Our Lady of Victory, later renamed Our Lady of the Rosary. Lepanto reminds us that in the darkest hours, when hope seems lost, heaven still listens. When hearts unite in prayer, miracles can happen. Let the story of Lepanto be more than history. It is a call to faith, courage, and devotion. The Battle of Lepanto was not merely a clash of empires. It was a miracle written upon the sea.
Our Lady of Rosary, pray for us.